From the central coast of New South Wales, Australia, it's the #1 podcast for the X-Men animated series. This is Generation X-Men with Bender and Brooksy.
Yes, it is. Thanks, Steve. This is Generation X-Men. I'm Bender, and with me, as always, is Brooksy.
Hey, hey.
Like the name suggests, we are Generation X-Men, and you are too. If you're new to this, what we'll be doing is going through all 5 seasons of X-Men the animated series, one episode at a time, giving you our thoughts, X-Quiz, tally time, most importantly, having a laugh as well. Now, the Phoenix Saga Part 2, Cry of the Banshee. That's right, I said Part 2 again. I will not fix a mistake. The typographer could not be bothered to. Marvel movie news returns. I reveal the second highest grossing Marvel opening in China ever. Got some mutant merch to drop on yours, but most importantly, I'll reveal my favourite returning character right now, and it's CROWTHER. Hey, welcome to the podcast, baby. Yes, you are a returning character, and I will bid you as that, matey. But yeah, we've got to reveal that Juggernaut is CROWTHER's favourite character, and we didn't have him on for the first Juggernaut episode.
But he wasn't only there for a second. So we can cut a little bit of you in for the last episode. We reckon, CROWTHER.
Oh, yeah, do it.
No, I mean the first one ever in season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because when did you first show up, CROWTHER? It was for some
The silly one.
The silly one.
The Mojo Vision.
Mojo Vision. Nah, this was a bit of a treat for you today with Juggernaut. But we'll break down the episode later. Before we get into that, and before X-Quiz, a good mention that a bit of tragedy struck the Marvel movie world, or Marvel universe. Stan Lee, creator of so many iconic characters, sadly passed away this week. And yeah, we can't be anywhere without him, and this podcast is dedicated to him. So we'll break down the episode later, but first, time for a bit of X-Quiz.
Pop quiz, Hotshot.
Pop quiz!
Pop quiz, asshole.
Time for a surprise quiz?
Won't be a pop quiz on Wednesday. There's a pop quiz. Pop quiz.
All right, how many questions you got?
Let me count them. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 X-Quiz questions. CROWTHER, did you write any X-Quiz?
Nah.
But you had a note. You asked for note and pen.
I was just trying to figure out who all the Scottish people were.
It's funny because when you rocked up and you just asked for a pen and paper, I thought that's the craziest thing ever. I was like, oh yeah, he needs to take note. And he's taking it seriously.
He's the only guest to do it, isn't he?
That's right. Well, we've only had 3 guests total. That's right. Kim, Mike and CROWTHER, and he's taking notes. Kim did mental notes, I believe. And Mike just winged it. How many questions do you have, Brooks?
I got 4.
Then you go first. Should CROWTHER answer these questions? Or we just drill him, or we all try and answer?
I don't know, yeah. I'd like to get him involved.
I can be your phone friend.
All right, you go first, Brooksy, and I'll phone my friend.
How much does Eric the Red pay Black Tom Cassidy and Juggernaut for Lilandra?
I'd like to phone a friend. CROWTHER.
It is $10 million.
Correct.
Holy shit!
You didn't know that?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at the straps on his clothes. What'd you ask? Who was that man? Or something? Who's the red guy?
Who's the gimp?
Who's the gift?
Everyone sees the straps and they think sexual type person.
Yes, because that's what they mean.
And the horns and the rest of it.
Would you call him Brooksy? S&M Daredevil?
That's him.
Alright, during the hospital scene, we see Rogue for the first time. She's showing up as she was absent in the last episode. All wearing civvies. How many necklaces is Rogue wearing on her civvies?
2.
Incorrect. The answer is 3.
Right.
She's got like a choker, a necklace, and a really long lanyard sort of thing.
I missed the really long lanyard one. How many walls does Rogue knock Juggernaut through?
I'm just trying to replay the action in my head. Do you want to have a stab at this, Craft? Because I think I got it.
I think it's through 2 and then they half broke my next one.
Yeah, that's my answer too.
That is correct.
Excellent. See, we've been paying attention. Well, Craft always pay attention. I was just replaying it in my head. But that's a popular sort of thing, the going through walls. I like that. All right. Later on in the episode, they see the family crest, and it's a dragon fighting a stag. What colour is the dragon?
Oh, I might defer to CROWTHER. What do you reckon?
Dragons are always red.
Yeah, so.
The stag was red, the dragon was yellow. Oh. That's why I wrote it down, because it's such a whack-ass colour. Why is it yellow? Ploddy is yellow.
Yeah, that's right.
Plodzilla Plotty is a giant diplodocus that used to live in Gosford Reptile Park, now lives at the Reptile Park in Somersby. Yeah. So for all our international listeners who don't know who Plotty
The
is.
Australian Reptile Park. Look it up.
Made of concrete, by the way, not a real dinosaur.
He isn't real.
We're getting to get real diplodocus bones, dunk them in concrete and hang them up. Have you seen the graffiti behind Mitre 10 Gosford of Plodzilla?
No.
You've seen it,
Yeah,
right,
it's
Kraft?
good.
There's like this comic book of just done in spray paint of this Plotty comic where he mutates with radiation, becomes Plodzilla, starts
Alright.
ripping up Gosford.
Cool.
You should walk through the back streets of Gosford more often.
You should be
Not at
Instagramming
night.
this.
Hey, not at night. You can't see the graffiti at night anyway.
How about what colour blast does Black Tom shoot out of his shillelagh?
Was that a shillelagh? I didn't know.
Aye.
I thought shillelaghs were Irish.
It looked like a pickle when he was thrown in the window.
Black Tongue's signature weapon, brown pickle.
Or you could refer to it as a pimp can.
I believe... Oh, we should talk about that later. I believe the energy that coming out of Black Tom's pickle was purple with the black dots.
What do you reckon, Crowther?
It's like pink. I don't know.
It was purple.
As actually violet blue. My last question, is it? Okay, and for the finale of the episode, Gladiator appears. What shape is the emblem on his chest?
I think it is like an A sort of thing, like a triangle, but it's not fully developed.
That is correct.
It's yellow.
That is correct, and it is yellow.
Yeah, is that actually called something? Or...
I'm sure it is, but I don't know what it is.
All right, I got one more one. Gonna try and stump you.
Oh, okay. Get me some.
How many full power blasts does it take the Landra to knock Juggernaut's head off?
Oh my god. I was going to say 8.
Crowther?
It was a lot. I'm
A
going
lot's not
13.
enough.
13. Oh, big
Well,
money.
I can tell you, it is more than 8 and less than 13.
What is this now? The Price is Right. All right, Kraft.
Call me Larry.
Okay, Kraft, you go. And
But
then
I already
I'll
went
go.
over.
You go.
Go again.
We're playing Price is Right. I've got to get the Price is Right music.
A 10.
10 for you? What do you reckon?
No, you got to say higher or lower. Remember? That's how it works, right?
Okay, I could just say Crowther's the winner. Then.
Oh, okay. Oh, alarm went off. That's the same as Caitlin's alarm. Got to wake up now. So 10, he's got
10.
it. Kraft has won the showcase.
He has.
No, now he's got to put him in order, right?
Least expensive to most expensive.
I saw someone put like DVDs, no, it wasn't VHS stands above like a barbecue or something.
Madness.
I was yelling at the screen so much. That doesn't make sense. His dad's always blowing up about the price of barbecues.
Previously on X-Men.
So previously on X-Men went for 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Kraft Brooks has started timing the previously on X-Men's recaps now because he reckons some of them are way longer than the others.
Yeah. I still haven't proved my theory, but I'm writing it down every time.
I said it was like The Simpsons. Depending on how long the intro to The Simpsons goes, it depends on if the episode was running short or not, and the producers would have to like use the full one, or if they had heaps of episodes, they'd just show Homer running into the garage. Just a little useless information there for you. If you ever had a Simpsons trivia night.
So, yeah, we start off with the shuttle crashing into the water and the Phoenix emerging from the water. Then we got the Professor got psychically probed, which resulted in him becoming the evil Force Ghost Professor. Crap, I don't know the last time you watched the last episode, but you seemed very traumatised by these scenes.
I'd like to get your thoughts on this, Kraft.
There's love of a sandy, mate.
As soon as you walk in and your first thing you see of the episode is the intro and then the previous on X-Men, you see Professor X screaming, Landra in the bug-eyed spacesuit. What do you think? What the fuck's going on?
I don't know what's happening.
I'm so confused.
Are these people and what have they done with Professor?
Well, they turned him into the evil Force Ghost Professor. And he was trying to destroy the X-Men until the Phoenix give him the business.
Give him the fire business.
And then the Professor, he relinquishes the command of the X-Men to Cyclops, and he takes off for Muir Island.
Cyclops.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last week. Who would you put in charge of the X-Men of the current lineup? We said Beast, because he's sensible, smart, and he could arm wrestle for victory.
There you go. What do you reckon?
Maybe Rogue could beat him.
Sound fair?
I think it's fair.
There we go. Then we found out that the big bug spaceman is actually Lilandra, and she has come for the Professor's help.
She's so mind horny for him. They're like mind horny for each other.
She explains that her brother is the Shi'ar Emperor, and he wants the Mcon crystal that she has stolen, and he wants to destroy the galaxy with it.
Crowther, what's more powerful, the Mcron crystal or the lost Shankara stones from Temple of Doom?
Or the Infinity Stones.
Or the Ark of the Covenant?
Or the Holy Grail.
Oh, Jesus.
Or the fourth skull from the Phantom?
That's what I reckon's number one.
That's got to be the fourth skull.
See?
It's got to be.
Told ya.
What a cheap jungle trick.
That's why you wear it all your life. For protection. There we go.
Sorry to interrupt, Brooksy. Is that it? Previous to the next one?
The last thing is the best thing. Juggernaut busts through the door at the end, grabs Lilandra. And you must be Lilandra.
Do you like that Juggernaut's a bully, Crowther?
I do. That's what I love about him.
And he can pick women up with a waist in his entire hand.
Is that how you pick a partner, Crowther?
Yeah.
She fits into the hand.
All right, you want to break it down?
Yeah, let's break down mofos.
You can't say that one. That's involved in the title.
Let's break it down hard.
Break it down, mofos.
Break it down!
Break it down. Now it's time for a breakdown.
Breakdown! Go ahead, give it to me.
Breakdown.
So today we are doing episode 31, season 3, episode 5, the Phoenix Saga part 3, the Cry of the Banshee.
It's part 2, Brooksy. The title says part 2.
The book says part 3, and that's what we're going on.
Oh, do you want me to name it part 3?
I don't mind. The DVD says part 2, so anyway. The original air date for this one is September 7, 1994. The writer was Michael Edens, and it was directed by Larry Houston.
On ya, Larry.
So we head back in time at the start this episode, which is I'm never a fan of.
Back in time by 5 minutes. Let's not go crazy.
I don't like it.
It's just recapping and a filling time, I guess.
Just filling time with a heap of Scottish chat. Hey, Craft, I don't know.
What? Explain the Scotland thing for me. I don't know.
Well,
don't remember.
Professor X's mate, the lady, what the hell's her name? Not Rose Byrne.
Moira McTaggart.
Moira McTaggart. She lives in Scotland, and that's where he wants to go every time because they used to be lovers. Or
I do not know.
And then he's found out that she's shacked up with the Banshee.
With the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum.
And that's why they're in Scotland, B.
Hey.
What's your Scottish reference in your head when you're doing the accent? Groundskeeper Willie, Fat Bastard, or Shrek?
Oh.
Because in my head, it's Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I can't do Irish. There's no Irish characters in my head.
So Moira says Charles is given everything for his X-Men.
X-Men.
And he needs her.
You find me sexy.
As she is his only friend. And then we hear the professor's no, and she runs to his aid. So yeah, I'm just going to skip over all the stupid talking in Scottish. We've done enough of that.
Okay, sorry.
Inside, the Juggernaut is throwing the professor around in his chair.
Yeah, he throws Professor and his chair into the wall.
He says,
This is more fun than bumper cars.
That popped Crowther straight away. Mean and funny about throwing someone in a wheelchair into a wall.
Lilandra shoots Juggernaut with a Shi'ar TV remote. Has no effect.
It's not very effective. Wild Juggernaut has appeared.
And the professor yells that she should aim for the helmet at full power. Now we know how many blasts that take, don't we, Crowther?
Yeah, we do.
We missed another thing. It's like when he's talking shit to Lilandra, Juggernaut like throws the bed straight at Charles, He has like a boop, 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 boop on his chair and he ejects out the bottom of his hover chair.
Yeah, which is new, eh? I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, it's like a 5-button combination. Wouldn't you just want one button, emergency release, not just put in your PIN
Super
number?
fun, happy slide.
Yeah.
So Lalandra manages to knock Juggernaut's helmet off before it gets pimp slapped to the ground.
He gives it the backhander.
Because he's the Juggernaut, bitch.
We got to mention that at the beginning now, or
You can
after
mention that whenever you want.
Crap, you know, the first internet videos ever I've ever seen is when they redubbed, just some randoms redubbed this episode of the X-Men where they're just constantly saying, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." Have you seen that, Crowther?
I don't believe so.
You
haven't seen it? No. We should have showed him this before.
I'll put it on now quickly. We'll just pause really
All right,
quick.
we'll pause.
So we'll do a live commentary of Crowther watching the Juggernaut, bitch. Because that's what spawned the line from X-Men 3, the popularity of this internet meme.
That was first?
Yeah, this meme was first. And then Vinnie Jones, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." That's where that come from. So that's basically it there.
That was 2 minutes of the 9 minutes.
I don't think we need the full 9 minutes to understand. It's like the one note joke. But yeah, that's just became insanely popular online and brought some extra attention to X-Men the Animated Series. I should mention during the scene where Professor X is invading Thingo's mind, there's an animation error. A second mouth appears next to Professor X's head, and it sort of flashes exactly the same what he said. I don't know how that sort of thing happens, but saw it there. I thought I saw it when I was watching it out there. I thought, oh yeah, I'm not seeing any I'm not seeing things. It's an actual animation fuck up.
So yeah, the professor then enters his mind and reminds him of his father. Do you remember his father's name is?
No.
Crowther?
No.
Kurt Marco. Before he gets shot with a purple blast in the back with a pimp cane.
Another dog shot.
Another dog shot. There's so many dog shots in this episode too. It's great. He says, "Sure, you have been listening and watch your back, Charles Xavier."
When do your notes start, Crowther?
Hey?
Because you write down all these notes. I'm waiting for you to jump in. I'm so keen to see what your first note is. Have we passed it?
No, my first note was about the previous mentioned stupid Power Crystal episode. I was thinking, oh, Christ.
No love for the Emcron Crystal? No. All right, carry on, Brooks.
So,
jump in whenever your next note appears in the breakdown. Need to hear it.
So this is Black Tom Cassidy.
Killed Black Tom, you racist.
Do you want to describe what he looks like with his grey beard?
You break it down, Kraft. What does Black Tom look like? It's not black.
He's the main wizard dude, right?
Yeah.
He's got the pimp cane.
Okay,
Pimp
wizard.
He's got the purple latex suit on.
Dark purple.
Collars
really.
popped, red gloves, and an emblem on his chest, right?
No cape, though.
No cape.
I think he's missing a cape. He looked cool with a cape, I think.
That's sold out.
Didn't have it in his size.
Well, his abilities are bioorganic thermokinetic blasts of concussive force of heat by using wood as the focus of his power. Typically, his wooden shillelagh.
So we can heat your dinner up for you.
Only through wood.
That's a strange power, old Black Tom.
So he jumps in the window and gives another blast to Lalandra.
Mm.
And it turns out he and Juggernaut are working together.
Mm. I don't know. I've never. That's a really odd pairing. The Scottish Black Tom and the Juggernaut.
So Black Tom tells Juggernaut to grab Lalandra and they can name their price.
Maybe you came here for the money, Tom, but I came here for one reason. My do-gooder half-brother. There's something I've wanted to say to you for a long time. So long, Chuck.
And he picks the unconscious professor up and hurls him out the window and down a cliff towards the water.
What was your note for that, Crowther?
I didn't have a nose. Tippy's laughing and chucking him out the window.
It came out of nowhere, didn't it? Wow. Straight out that window.
I think it would have been funny if he went through glass first.
My question is, where did Black Tom come from? Because he came out that window.
Right.
Was he just hanging onto the sill, just waiting and pop? Wow.
Another classic T-Rex Jurassic Park thing.
Yes.
When the T-Rex busts out of the fence and then there's suddenly the massive 20-foot drop for where he come from. Maybe the T-Rex was hanging on to the sill as well.
There we go. We've just cracked 2 movies in 2 seconds. So back from the break, Moira and Sean haven't even made it back inside yet, and Charles's lifeless body is falling towards a deep, dark, watery green.
What's that reference to, Crowther? It's Batman Returns,
Come
baby.
on, man. Come on.
It's when Penguin wants to drown the babies. Or the firstborn
Yeah,
son.
for babies.
So he goes around, kidnaps all the children, and he wants to throw them in the water.
It originally starts with the firstborn boys, but then after that, mate, why bother? Why discriminate?
That just reminds me of
Every kid.
Blazing Saddles. We'll kill the firstborn child. Too Jewish.
So Sean sees this and immediately starts screaming and leaps off the cliff top towards Charles.
Is there a note there, Crowther?
I don't have a note, but why can he only fly when he screams?
That's his power.
He screams so loud it picks him up off the ground. I don't know why or how that works.
So this is Sean Cassidy, Banshee.
When he starts screaming the yeah, it reminded me of the Simpsons episode when the hitman moves into Mr. Burns' house and the real estate lady goes, and you wouldn't even be the only wrestler in the neighbourhood. The Shrieking Sheik lives down 3 doors away, and then you hear the and hitman goes, all right.
And you wouldn't even be the only wrestler in the neighborhood. The Shrieking Sheik lives just 3 doors away.
Hey, I'll take it.
So yeah, this is Banshee.
Sure is.
So yeah, do you want to explain what Banshee looks like?
Go, Crowther.
He's green.
Yeah.
He's got blonde hair.
Yeah.
And he don't bloody shut up.
And he's got like the wings. He's got
The squirrel suit.
So his abilities
No,
are...
it's actually Tanuki suit. I don't know what a Tanuki is. But, yeah, carry on. His abilities.
acoustic kinetics.
Mm-hmm.
He created powerful sonic waves with his voice from sonic streams. So then he has flight, sonar, sonic shields, vocal disorientation, vocal trance, vocal unconsciousness, sound immunity, superhuman vocal stamina.
What the hell? Sound immunity.
He's got
He's
immunity to
screaming too
sound.
loud. Can't he know it?
That's right. He's screaming so much, everyone's screaming at him. No effect.
Him versus Ruckus. Who's winning?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I reckon Ruckus because he looks cool.
That'd be one. That'd be one annoying ass episode. Larry, when are we getting Ruckus versus Banshee? Let's make it happen. That's what the internet wants.
So Banshee flies in, catches the professor, and then we cut to him recovering back in his chair in the room again. So just cut straight back. We're back in the room. And the professor asks, "Oh, where's Lilandra?" And they explain she came to him from the depths of space, and Juggernaut grabbed her, and she tried to stop him, but someone ambushed him from behind, and Moira's just not buying this story at all.
Oh, poor crazy Charles. He's tripping out again. That's very Mrs. Doubtfire.
He's like, "There's no one here, Charles. No one has been here."
Broke my bag, the bastard. Back off, asshole.
How did Juggernaut enter the room? He smashed through the door, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
What happened to the door? No one was here, Charles. Made the doors busted. No, it's not, Charles. It's all good. That's how I keep my doors.
Do you think he just went to it with a claw hammer just while she was away just to help sell his madness?
Who did that then, Moira? Hey? Who did that?
I didn't even think about that. But that's when we'll carry on. Let's see if you bring it up.
The professor's like, "Oh, you have to believe me. She was here. She's real."
Mm-hmm.
And then Moira asks, "How do we know?" And he goes, "Well, because he loves her, Moira."
It goes into a very Bold and the Beautiful moment when Charles looks directly down the camera and goes, "Because I love her." Bloody Ridge and Brooke and Professor X. How good would it be?
Take that, Moira.
Bold and the Beautiful Charles Xavier rolls in on his electric chair, starts beating up Ridge.
So
Is it Ridge or Reg?
Ridge.
Oh, Ridge. Okay.
I'm
right,
glad
Ridge.
you know you're Bold and the Beautiful because I got no idea, mate. All I know is what I see in Have You Been Paying Attention?
Why is he always talking like that? Bill.
So now we come back to the hospital, and Phoenix is still trying to come out of Jean's body. The big gold firebirds randomly appearing.
You would think that the Phoenix would set fire to the bed sheets.
You'd think so, yeah.
I'd like someone coming
big
in.
scorch marks on the wall. Or...
I'd like an intern or something has to come in every 10 minutes with a fire extinguisher and put out the drug.
So Storm, Jubilee, Gambit, and Rogue coming to check on her. So Rogue's back. Storm's still the only one in uniform. Storm still not got to change clothes. Come on, man.
Well, she was on top of the Brooklyn Bridge before. She doesn't have time to fly back and get some clothes. And
so we hear from Rogue now for the first time in a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it should have been me trying to fly that shuttle. With my powers, I might have been able to... And then cuts out. Which is pretty true. She's stealing Miss Marvel's powers. Probably got a few ideas about how to fly a jet.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Craft?
A spaceship. Any notes yet, Craft? I'm waiting.
Where's your notes?
Notes coming up.
Leave us on the edge of our seat.
Champing at the bit.
So yeah, I think this all falls back to the Professor. It's a terrible time. Why is the Professor sending Rogue off and not sending her to space?
On this mystery mission.
Yes. What is this mystery mission?
I always want to know what their secret missions are.
Yeah.
He's probably sent Rogue away to go steal some money or something. He's on a mission stealing counterfeit jeans.
That's where he's getting his money from.
You weren't there for that episode of the podcast. We wanted to know where Professor X gets all his money from. So at the end of the episode, Craft, I want your best answer.
I had about 10 of them.
Yeah.
10 of them.
They're all very dark.
So Wolverine barges in now. He's like, everyone listen up. The Professor just rang from Muir Island. And he says that an alien showed up and was kidnapped by Juggernaut. And he wants us to go there and help him out. Gambit's like, oh, he's worse than I thought. And Cyclops like, oh, well, I can't leave Jane. Yeah, she keeps firebirding all the time.
She's not making any fire. She'd be fine.
So Wolverine's keen for everyone. Let's go. And then Storm just jumps in. He's like, oh, hang on. I spoke with Moira, and she says the Professor is delusional, and we shouldn't be listening to him. Mate, you're not the leader. Cyclops is the leader, all right? Why is she even ringing Moira? What is this?
Oh, how quickly did she get in contact with Moira?
So Wolverine's still keen to check it out. So Cyclops gets the final word here. And he plans to send the X-Men to Muir Island, minus Jean in bed and him. And then Storm and Beast, who apparently have to go back to the mansion because Beast is working with Dr. Corbeau on tracking the alien spacecrafts.
Mm.
So, yeah, they're just... Storm's not doing too much in this episode.
Well, it's not the Storm Saga, is it? It's Phoenix Saga. Well, she's not doing much either. She's in the bed. But they missed a bit where Cyclops goes, Wolverine is right. We should do what he says too. And then Gambit trips out, I don't believe it, because Wolverine and Cyclops never agree.
Yeah, Cyclops says, I don't know why, but I believe what's happening to Jean may hold the answers to all of their questions.
And Jean's moaning the whole time when there's talking going on. Oh, whoa.
Phoenix.
Wonderful.
So back in Scotland, Black Tom is waiting for Eric the Red to show up and to give him Lilandra. Eric the Red shows up and says he's come for the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Black Tom says, if it's the lady you mean, you'll see her after I'm paid. He wants that money. So Eric the Red... Eric the Red just laughs here and he's like, oh, this is your payment. Bam.
Hand blast.
Green palm blast. Right to the chest.
Knocks over Black Tom.
What did you say then, Craft? You've tried that before? It's not how you pay people.
No, I don't like it.
He then pulls a gun out and asks, where's the Lilandra? And if he doesn't, he's going to feel this weapon's full power. What
he's got hand blast and he's got a laser gun. He needs to make up his mind which one he wants to use. He doesn't. We're not totally unsure where his power comes from. Is it from his gimp costume? Where's the power coming from?
Enchanted gimp costume.
Where's that backstory? He just comes to Earth naked and finds this enchanted gimp costume.
He stole it off Daredevil
and cut the nipples out.
They were chafing him. So Juggernaut jumps in here and he picks up Eric the Red above his head, and he's like, "It's I'm like, oh man, is this like Deadpool 2? He's gonna rip him in half."
He's going to rip him in half.
But no. Juggernaut doesn't haggle with runts like you. He says, "Pay the man, or do I have to squeeze the money out through your ears?"
That's when you screamed at the TV, "Squeeze it out! Squeeze it out!"
Eric the Red then activates the mind control goons.
Yeah.
They start shooting at Juggernaut. And Juggernaut's like, "Oh, you want to play ball, huh? Well, catch this."
Throws Eric the Red at the goons.
Juggernaut is then keen to get on with it and murder some people, but Black Tom reminds him that this guy is supposed to pay us, so maybe we should let him pay us first. Business before pleasure.
And Eric the Red goes, "I will pay." And I've got a note here. Eric the Red is the worst backstabber ever. it just didn't pay off this time. Or as Dusty Rhodes would say, a go-behinder. Have you ever heard a backstabber being called a go-behinder?
No.
Just, it goes behind. He's the worst go-behinder around, baby. Give us your Dusty Rhodes, Crowther.
And go.
He ain't got Dusty Rhodes. He just talks like this all the time.
You sound like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson isn't that animated. I'm definitely going to make orphans of his children.
That's not Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's going to eat their family.
I'll eat your heart. I'll eat your children.
The Blackbird then arrives at Muir Island, and we get the title across the bottom of the screen. We haven't seen this for a while.
Oh, that says Muir Island.
Yes. And then it lands on one of 2 helipads.
Oh, that's rich, mate.
Swimming in money on Muir Island.
When would you need 2 helipads? Trump any security are showing up in different choppers.
The X-Men are then met by Moira and Banshee, now in this full uniform that Crowther adores. Moira says that their presence will only reinforce Charles's delusions. And then Banshee starts with, "Dr. McTaggart should know what's best for her." And then, like, Wolverine just walks up. He's not taking any of this shit.
No, Wolverine says something like, "Beat it, lady. We got to go find him." And then Banshee tries to mouth off. Wolverine just walks right by him and he goes, "Hey!"
"Show some manners. I should teach you some manners." And then Jubilee's like, "Uh-oh." And Wolverine's like, "Plenty have tried, pal. Bang, claw draw."
Dr. McTaggart should know what's best for her. Hey, someone needs to teach you some manners.
Uh-oh.
Plenty have tried, pal.
Then we cut to Casa de Keep, where Black Tom is counting his $10 million.
$10 million? That's all right price.
$10 million. It's got so many zeros.
Where'd Eric the Red get the cash from?
Yeah, where did he get it from? Is it ATM around there? Or do you reckon he's carrying that sort of cash with him? Do you reckon it's American dollars, or are you talking euros?
Is that what Scottish people have, euros?
What are they, like, pesos?
What do Scottish people trade in? Isn't it pounds? Oh no, they're out of Brexit now, aren't they?
I'd say still all pounds.
Still all
isn't it?
pounds?
I think so.
It'd be like Ireland to be something different, wouldn't it?
Oh, be fucking potatoes.
Potatoes and stout.
So Juggernaut shows up with the lantern. She's strapped to a chair here to give it Eric the Red. She knows Eric the Red as Shikari.
Shikari.
Shakaka.
Shakira. You know the nickname for Irish people is bog hoppers? Because there's so many bogs everywhere.
You serious?
Yeah. I love that one. I was just looking for nicknames for Irish people one day. It's the mix. Bog hoppers, and I just stopped after bog hoppers because it's the greatest thing.
It's the best one.
So yeah, Shikari is one of her brother's spies. Eric the Red tells her that if she wants to live, she has to tell him where the Mcron crystal is. And she takes a good long look at the crest on the wall, and then she remembers she has telepathic ability and decides to contact Professor Xavier. So now we cut back to Xavier, and they've got Wolverine walking around just smelling the room. And he validates the professor's story. He says there were 3 of them, Juggernaut, and 2 others I never smelt before. One of them ain't even human. And then Moira's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up."
Hey, look at what Eric the Red's clothes are in the comic books. Even worse, he's wearing he's wearing cut-off pants.
I'm pretty sure he was wearing that in the first episode.
Oh, really?
And then they just oh wait, he found pants.
Let's colour the pants in.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that bloke on top of a float going.
I'm just looking up Eric the Red's abilities here, just to go off topic here. Superhuman strength and agility, mind control, force blast, and hollow bones. What's the point of having hollow bones?
He's lightweight, baby.
He's lightweight, baby. And his first name is Darvan, and his last name's Shakari.
The professor receives a call from Lalandra, but he doesn't know where she is. Then we come back. Eric the Red realizes what Lalandra's doing, decides to shoot her. And then I guess the professor feels this because he's like, again. Then he explains that there's a stag and a dragon on a crest that he saw. And then Banshee just jumps in and says, I know where she is.
Then it's an ad break.
And cut to the break.
Come back from the break. Wolverine says, what do you mean you know where she is? Probably exactly that, Wolverine. He knows where she is.
I mean, a stag fighting a dragon is the Cassidy family crest. My family. It's carved in stone above the, what's that, hearth in the Great Hall of the Cassidy Keep.
It's way too much information that Wolverine needs. Just what castle?
My house, let's go.
It's at my joint.
So a hearth is a brick, stone, or concrete area in front of a fireplace. Eric the Red is worried Lalandra may have contacted the professor, obviously. Juggernaut tells him that's impossible because he took care of him. Out the window.
Eric Red calls him
no ticket.
Eric the Red calls him that mutant rabble.
That's
almost as good as Rebel Scum.
So then we cut out of the window here and we see Rogue flying along. She's holding Gambit and Jubilee. And then Banshee's flying next to him holding Wolverine, who's holding his ears. And Wolverine's like, with a mouth like yours, we should have tried to sneak in here with a marching band. And then Banshee's like,
you think that's bad? You should hear me saying that.
Aye. Rogue reminds Wolverine that they aren't here to get into a fight with Juggernaut, as he's too strong. They are just there to rescue Lalandra. And then Jubilee's like, well, what does she even look like? That is a brilliant question, Jubilee. That's why you're here.
Any notes yet, Crowther?
Nah, man.
Out of notes. That's bullshit.
Wolverine says, she's from another galaxy. If you see a woman that you don't know, rescue her. It's a good point.
That means she could just try and rescue, what's her name? The Scottish chick. She doesn't know her. What the hell's her name? Moira.
They were just at Moira's. They're gone from Moira's to Cassidy Keep.
That would be funny if
there's no other women at Cassidy Keep. So this is when they come under attack from the space station zombies.
Yeah, Rogue gets shot, Gambit gets shot. And
so they don't want to hurt him. So this is when Banshee just screams at them and their guns explode and then they just fall over.
I brought up, wouldn't their teeth shatter as well? Because they're both in range of the guns and the scream.
Exactly.
Fry their brains.
What do you reckon, Crowther?
I don't know. I just want him to shut up.
You're just blocking your ears for this whole point.
Crowther's on Juggernaut's side.
So inside the castle, this wakes up Lalandra and Eric the Red's like, oh, what's that? Now Black Tom says, sounds like the Lord of the Castle has come home to be buried. And he looks down the barrel to say the to be buried line.
I think he knows he's got a winner of the line, so he wants to share it with the audience.
The X-Men then blast through the door and then they start into this big fight. So this is sort of the big fight of the episode. So Gambit's like, oh, there's the woman! Of course, Gambit's the one to find out there's another woman.
He spotted the scantily clad woman.
So there's this cool fight scene here where like Rogue knocks Juggernaut through the two walls into the third wall.
Mm-hmm.
And Jubilee's pissed off with him and she gives him the fireworks.
Yeah, she pulls the glasses over her eyes and it goes into like the reflection in the glasses and sliding underneath him, blasting him with her fireworks.
Wolverine tries to cut Lalandra free and then cops blast right in the back. Dog shot again.
Another dog shot.
Banshee then jumps in and takes the second blast.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we find out that the brothers' powers don't work on each other, even though they're cousins in the other thought.
Same with Cyclops and Havoc, right?
Yeah.
brother rules. They can't hurt each other with their powers.
But that may... So, yeah, their powers can't hurt each other. So does that mean Black Tom's deaf or something? Like, you can't get screamed at?
He is sound resistant too.
Sound immune.
Sound immunity.
Your powers never could hurt me, little brother. Nor could yours hurt me. Fists usually settle things. Aye, my fists.
So, yeah, then we got that cool focus shot going through the battles. What would you call that one?
It's a rack focus or a pull focus when there's action in the foreground, middle ground, and background. So it's Black Tom and Banshee punching on in the front. I think Jubilee's fighting with someone in the middle ground. Who was it? I can't remember. Who's left? Oh, it was the Eric the Red and somebody. And in the deep background, there's Juggernaut, and Jubilee runs up to
Rogue, because remember, Rogue's like on the ground.
Through all the walls, yeah.
And Juggernaut's sort of laying in the back. So then Juggernaut tries to crush a rock on Rogue, and then Jubilee sort of distracts him. That's where we get that shot. So yeah, Juggernaut tries to crush Rogue as she's flying away with Jubilee. So he sort of like dog shots her again, throws the rock at the back of him.
No, I think he's running after him. He punches a rock on the wall, and it breaks away and hits Rogue in the back. That was the funniest thing I've seen.
Second dog shot's great.
Anytime someone gets hit in the back, it's hilarious.
So Lilandra managed to wriggle out of her bindings here just in time for Juggernaut to grab her again.
No!
And then he takes her back to Eric the Red's ship.
Yeah, Eric Red tosses an ice grenade or a stasis grenade at everybody.
Freeze bomb at people.
Mr. Freeze style. Stay cool, bird boy.
Nice to meet you. What do you got, Kraft?
Nothing.
I'll be back. Wrong movie.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age. Their blood will freeze in my hands.
The name's Freeze. Learn it well.
You named your cat Julius. Oh, that's twins. I can get you to teach you how to go up on the 2 wheels, Vincent. It's very easy.
You're mine now. This is a new class mascot.
Okay, everybody, party's over. Next time, my place. That's the best line in that movie. Next time, my place.
It's not a dog, it is a ferret.
What happened to your dog?
There's nothing good about that movie. Name one good thing about the Batman and Robin Kraft. Go. Nah, nothing. Not even Bane.
What about when Robin gets thrown into the ice cream?
What about how his goons are trying to eat frozen meals? Just like
Put it on real quick.
Come on, sing! Sing!
That makes me mad. What song were they singing for 10 points? I'm Mr. Ice Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. Come on, do it.
He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. Go, Go, Go.
I don't even remember that bit of it.
We can't let him get to the ship.
They won't!
Let Lilandra go.
Rogue punches away through the ceiling. Let's just keep moving. To intercept them trying to get on the ship with the rest of the X-Men just come up behind them. It doesn't make much sense. Two of them bust out of the ice thing. The ice thing must melt pretty quickly.
Yeah, Wolverine broke out, Gambit didn't, and Rogue broke out.
Rogue punches through the ceiling, gets up there, and then the rest of them come running upstairs and come up behind him anyway.
Yeah, it's the shortest rev-up music, I think, in the series so far. Because the rev-up music comes in dugga, and it's over dun. And I was like, oh, that was fucking short. We didn't even punch anything.
And then we cut to one of your favourite bits, Crowther. We go to outer space.
The red gloves flying through.
POV of red gloves. And then we come back down. Eric the Red's like, those that stand against me.
Maybe you watched a different version to us, Brooksy. I don't remember that.
You're all going down. Those that stand against the will of the Emperor must be destroyed. And then your mate Gladiator lands.
Oh, my mate.
Your mate. What does Gladiator look like?
Oh, awful.
He's got the big red washing up gloves on, the black tights, a blue mohawk, one of those like a black You know those swimming caps that you have? He's got that, and the mohawk's going through that. He's got purple skin, crazy eyebrows, and a yellow triangle on his chest. Kind of like Iron Man's, but it's upside down like a pyramid, and there's a bit missing.
Do you want me to go through his abilities?
I'd love for you to go through his abilities.
Superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes. So superhuman of all them.
Mm-hmm.
Has invulnerability, impervious. He has flight, heat beams, microscopic vision, super breath, psionic resistance, accelerated healing factor, advanced longevity.
And flight.
If his confidence in himself wavers, he can be known to weaken substantially. Sorry.
Oh, wow. So if he loses confidence, he loses power.
Your nice hair, Gladiator.
Oh, my power.
Also, his name is Kalark.
All right, now I'm really thinking there should have been a lawsuit from Superman lawyers to this guy, because this is ridiculous, mate. Super Breath, Kalark, Kal-El.
Cal and Clark.
Ah,
The two aliases of Superman.
that's terrible. I kind of love him. Everything except his voice. It's a
that's
very
what I
bland, high pitch. Well, not high pitch, but it's a wimpy sort of voice.
Needed a deeper voice.
Needed to sound like this.
I don't think he needs an Austrian accent.
It would fit perfectly. I'm Gladiator, yes! You are all going down! Especially you, Eric the Red.
Gladiator, it is an honor to welcome the leader of the Emperor's Praetorian Guard.
You bet your ass I'm the leader.
Gladiator says, "You have no honor. Your bumbling has displeased the Emperor.
You have no honor.
You were ordered to have Lilandra and the crystal in your possession." This sounds exactly like him, doesn't it?
It's a very accurate read.
It's really slow.
Brooks, he's not falling asleep here. That's what Gladiator sounds like. You have
To
disgraced
greet the Emperor. He comes soon. Why aren't they ready?
Why aren't they ready?
So as he's saying this, there is this cool shot where we slide across his face and we see all the X-Men behind him. What do you call that shot? That's a cool shot.
It's just a tracking left to right, and he's in the close up there in the background, looking scared.
And Lilandra then yells at him and asks why does he serve her mad brother, and he explains that he serves the imperial throne of the Shi'ar, and Duquesne sits on that throne at the
I
moment.
serve the throne of the Shi'ar. Your brother sits on the throne.
The throne is who I serve.
Over explains it. He just said, he should have said something like, "I serve the throne. It matters not who sits upon it." Something cool like that.
With a deeper voice.
Well, who would you like him to sound like? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren, Stallone,
I said more like John Coffey.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, more of that sort of deep voice. That's what I see him as.
I wanted Dennis Haybert when he was in Major League playing Serrano.
Pedro Serrano.
Is very bad to betray the Emperor. Is very bad. I want that.
It's very bad to steal the Emperor's rum. Have to wake up the Emperor.
Praetorian Guard are afraid.
I say, fuck you.
Yeah, wouldn't that be unreal? That'd be as random as that Jack Nicholson goon in Night of the Sentinels. But I'd love it. Just this bland gladiator is very bad.
The Juggernaut jumps in here.
Why are we listening to Mr. Bad Hair Day?
Oh, that should have been a confidence dropper then. Gladiator loses 100% of his strength.
Juggernaut walks over, he's like, why don't you just flip back to and then punches Gladiator, but it's no effect. It's like he's punching into a brick wall. It's going nowhere.
A wild gladiator appeared. Juggernaut used super punch. Not very effective. Exactly. And Juggernaut's just tripped out. It's like, this has never happened before.
Gladiator picks him up by one arm and just tosses him across the globe.
Super Mario 64 styles.
Bye-bye, Juggernaut. We will see you in another season.
Threw him in the next season, Brooks.
Wow! I didn't think anybody could do that to Juggernaut.
Nobody from Earth.
Oh, outstanding.
He's coming back, don't worry. He's coming back. We've got Juggernaut Returns, remember? Nerd Jug, remember that? Gladiator then orders Lilandra to come with them. And then the X-Men jump in like, not without a fight. She's a friend of mine. Gladiator then takes a deep breath and blows all the X-Men over.
With their super breath.
That's the
Minty
super
fresh.
breath.
Minty fresh.
Rogue sort of flies into the sky. She's not really affected by super breath. And then she gets the eye blast. Cop that.
It gives her the laser vision. Also the heat rays, Superman style.
The Black Tom, he's seen enough here. He just throws the lander at Gladiator. He's like, take her with my respects to the Emperor.
He's got the cash. He don't need to fight
That's
anymore.
right. He's got the 10 million. Don't care. Lilandra then reaches out telepathically to the Professor again, and he calls on the X-Men to save Lilandra. I don't know why she can't. She's got the psychic link just with the Professor. She can't use it on anyone else.
It's like 80% of the X-Men are already there. He's really just calling out to be Cyclops and Jean.
Yeah.
Save them, my X-Men. We're already here getting our asses kicked by super breath.
It's so minty.
It's burning my nostrils.
So this causes Jean to wake from a coma in hospital. And she's like, I must go to Cassidy Keep. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance.
And she's flashing like a barcode.
She's
scanning
flashing on and off red glow all the way around her.
Cannot scan.
She then phoenixes her way out of the window and flies across the globe with Cyclops screaming out the window, Jean!
Phoenixing is an all-encompassing verb for anything you want to do.
Anything Phoenix does, she phoenixed it.
I Phoenix that mashed potato last night, I'll tell you that.
As she shows up at Cassidy Keep, we have our first shot of the Phoenix sort of Firebird.
She's in full flight.
So that's all the way. She's got her green suit on, and then it's this big Firebird around her. That's how she flies.
Lilandra is under my protection. Depart!
What?
Gladiator then says, there is no way you can stop me. He tries the old eye beam blast. Nothing. Tries the friggin' wind breath. Super breath. No chance, mate. Eric the Red just jumps on his spaceship now and pisses off. He's had enough. He's like, yep, that doesn't work. I'll see you later, boys.
Everyone's getting too powerful for me.
Gladiator then's like, creature, no one defies the will of the Emperor and the Shi'ar and lives. My powers are his to command, and they are invincible.
I'd love him. These are great lines, but they just need a passionate performance.
A deeper voice. More power. This is not enough power in his voice. So Gladiator then flies up to Phoenix and tries to hit her, and again, no chance. He's trying to hit a woman too.
Oh, what a low man.
Phoenix is like,
If you will serve no worthy master, then learn the power of Phoenix!
I would have liked a pun there. Serve this or something. Have a serving of claw.
Gladiator then decides maybe he should try and run away here, but he's not quick enough. Phoenix Bird sort of grabs him in one of like the talons.
Yeah, and he's in immense pain. This is the only time we hear him passionate when he's screaming.
And Phoenix says, you may survive to tell your master to abandon his evil quest for the crystal, and then throws him back into space in this massive fireball. See you later.
And there's like a lens flare, and I know, CROWTHER, you have a note for this little sequence.
I do.
What is it?
It's blasting off again. Very reminiscent of
Team
that.
Rocket's blasting off again.
I know, because the first time I watched it, I looked over at you and you're laughing and writing, and I was thinking, I wonder if he's writing the same note as me. And I did, and mine was Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Did we mention that Gladiator looks like Captain Planet?
We should.
we did when we were watching the thing. That brought up Generation Captain Planet. And
He's our hero.
And if there's any podcast about Captain Planet. CROWTHER was on board, and then I had to remind him about how terrible Captain Planet was, really.
Come
It
on.
wasn't good. Well, you started
We're
up.
the Planeteers. You can be one too.
He's only the song. That is the best he gets.
What about Hoggish Gradley?
Duke Nukem, where he's not even shooting aliens. That lady with half a face that was voiced by Madonna.
Who's that?
Don't know.
Oh, come on, CROWTHER.
I don't remember this show.
You have to remember them all.
You remember Aya? She was voiced by Oprah Winfrey.
Earth, fire, Wind, water, heart. Go
He
planet.
knows the song, just doesn't know the story of the actual Planeteers and shit. It's not good. I had one of those action figures.
You did?
I had a Captain Planet. His leg broke off.
Did you have Wheeler?
No, Luke Wheeler?
Fire.
Oh, was that Wheeler? Nah, he had the pollution on him, and if you warmed him up on the hot water, the pollution sort of faded away.
Okay.
And that was his little gimmick.
Because there
But
was
he was blue.
There was the evil Captain Planet in one of the episodes. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
All the bad guys were all together,
They
all
got
had their
all
own
their
rings.
Instead
Yeah.
of heart, it was greed. Instead of, I don't know.
I don't remember
What's
the bad guys.
What's the equivalent of water but bad? Coca-Cola.
Dirty water.
Dirty water.
What's the opposite of Earth, then?
I don't know.
Dirty Earth. What's the
Dirty Earth?
What do you do for fire then?
Bathurst.
Bushfire. Smoke.
Smog.
Smog.
I don't know. I'd have to look up the alternate of
Toxic waste.
Captain Pollution.
Captain Pollution.
I know Captain Pollution whipped Captain Planet's ass.
Yeah.
And broke all their rings.
Oh.
That was a good episode. That wasn't crap. It wasn't very good.
Generation Captain Planet, come and see.
Check if there are any Captain Planet podcasts, because we could have the monopoly on that.
We'd be number one. Okay, back to the animated series. Lilandra then asks Phoenix, is she the child of the crystal? And the Phoenix is the guardian of the Encron crystal. And Lilandra needs her help so the crystal doesn't fall into the hands of her brother.
Wait, I thought, isn't that the bit where Phoenix just goes, yes? Was that bit?
That is that bit.
How come you didn't say it then? Are you the guardian of the, was it the child?
Are you the child of the crystal?
Yes.
Are you the child of the crystal?
Yes.
Smithers,
What?
I'm
Already?
home. What?
Yes.
Already? Yeah. There's also when that Russian bird asked Storm if she controls the cold
That's
in
right.
the Omega Red episode. You command the wind. Do you also command the cold? And Storm goes, yes.
Yes.
Love the really flat yes.
So then the Phoenix falls to the floor. She falls on like her knees again. I'm like, oh, is she going to faint? No, she doesn't. And then he's like, he is here. And then she just like points to space. What? And then we get another shot of Gladiator barreling through space.
He thrusts out of it. He's in a fireball stasis cell, and he just thrusts out of it. He's fireball resistant by the power of thrust.
And so he's just about to turn around and fly straight back to Earth.
That's how CROWTHER lifts weights too. He thrusts them up.
He does. And then
that how you do
Ken's
it?
ship flies through the wormhole.
Yes.
And Ken says, the crystal is here. I can feel its power. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Ken has the best laugh ever. Crack CROWTHER up. Is it just because you see him for the first time and he's wearing
He's too much. He's too bright. He's laughing. I want to know more about this man.
his sensory overload for CROWTHER because he's wearing all green tin suit. He's got pink wings on there, a spider emblem on there. He's got the weird sideways Spartan fin haircut, and he's got eyeliner on, eyelashes, a beard, and a gem in the middle of his forehead. And he's laughing. And he's sitting in a throne. And that was just too much for CROWTHER. He starts up, and then they cut to an extreme close-up
Just the
of
face.
just the face of him laughing. The crystal is here. I can feel its power. And it's the best laugh ever.
The crystal is here. I can feel its power.
And then it goes, to be continued. And
That's the end of that chapter.
And that's the end of that chapter.
So, what'd you think of this one?
CROWTHER first. CROWTHER first.
What'd you think, CROWTHER?
Yeah. Juggernaut was alright.
Would you prefer to watch this or just the I'm the Juggernaut bitch?
No way, that's not as funny as the internet makes out to be.
Not enough pimp canes?
Not
Nearly enough.
I want to bring Crowther back, not for the next episode, the Starjammers, but the episode after that when Deken's at full power.
All right.
I really want you to see that episode because you think he's too much in the tail end of it. He's just Deken times 1,000. He's so on and so big. He's performing to the back row. That's how big he is. He's laughing constantly. And it's... Oh, you got to come back for that episode, Crowther. But, yeah. This episode was much better than the last one. Stuff happened. Juggernaut, whenever Juggernaut's on, the charisma and the laughs go up.
Yep.
There's plenty of action in this one too, so I like this one way more than I like the Dark Shroud with Evil Force Ghost Professor. Remember that in previously on X-Men Crowther? He was floating and had cape. Ingrate, incompetent fools!
So what was your favourite part?
Crowther first. Crowther first.
You can't go past Juggernaut throwing Chuck out the window.
So long, Chuck. Is that your favourite line as well, Crowther?
Yes, I think so.
I think my favourite bit, was when Juggernaut threw a bookcase at Charles. At his face when he was sitting in his chair. That's so mean, but luckily Chuck managed to push 30 buttons on his wheelchair to do the eject super fun happy slide out the bottom of it. And I think that'd be my favourite line too. So long, Chuck. Or sounds like the Lord of the Castle has returned to be buried. But Rogue had another good one too. Hands off, fat boy. That's like an R-rated line in terms of children's programming these days. That's body shaming.
Not in the 90s.
Not in the 90s. You get away with backhanding a woman.
Not in the 90s, Austin.
Well, they should, those filthy baggers. They go from port to port.
We should have brought that up too.
What, using condom?
Austin Powers. We'll talk about that during the episode too.
Whenever Juggernaut would walk into the room, they'd be thum, 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 and Brooksy would go, his name, Fat Bastard.
First things first, where's your shitter?
I've got the turtle head.
I'm not kidding.
He's Scottish as well, so it fit with the episode.
He's round the back. Mr. English Colonel, telling me to lose weight.
That's probably my favourite line from Fat Bastard. And try to lose some weight, for God's sake.
Yes, sir.
Mr. English Colonel telling me to lose weight. Oh, I'm a hard case, he says. I'll tell you what, Sonny Jim, I ate a baby. The spit's flying out.
Baby. It's what's for dinner.
Where's your shitter?
What's your favourite of the three? What do you reckon?
Of Austin Powers.
Austin Powers trilogy. Crowd for you too.
Oh man, I don't know. I think the first one's the best, but for some reason I watch Goldmember more than any of them.
Goldmember's got some solid comedy in it.
I think so, yeah. Anything that Goldmember says is gold.
Solid gold.
Austin Powers Furger. His what? He's Furger, Dr. Evil. He's Furger.
Furger.
What's Furger? He's Furger. He's dad. Dad is father. Oh, he's his dad. He's father.
Oh, I have a Dr. Hudson.
Isn't that weird? Also, this line that's always in my head whenever there's like a standoff scene. There's a scene where Goldmember's got Foxy Cleopatra Gunner, and he says, nobody try anything stupid or the shusting begins. And when they start mugging, he goes, ha ha, the shusting begins. That line's always in my head whenever there's like a shootout, like I'm watching Face Off, and they've got their guns out. Like I'm saying to myself, nobody try anything stupid or the shusting begins. Some reason that's always in my head when there's like a Mexican standoff.
Craft, what about you? What's your favourite? 1, 2, and 3.
It's blend into one for me.
Really? They all run into each other for you?
I reckon that'd be good, actually. You could just take the best parts of 1, 2, and 3, just make mega Austin Powers movie. So you just put like Will Ferrell's guy in there.
Will Ferrell,
I'm the man who'll be killing you now. Yeah. My name is Mustafa.
Mustafa. No, I'll be killing you. Talia. He's charged with a big gherkin knife at him.
That'd be great.
Do you know, I got like a Blu-ray rip of the first Austin Powers, and they don't have the sherbet scene.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
It's cut out.
It is gone. And so is the Bucks party when they find out that Schmitty's dead.
Oh, yeah.
That's gone as well.
To Schmitty.
To Schmitty is decapitated by a ill-tempered mutated sea bass. That's gone. I was watching the Blu-ray. I was like, well, where the hell's that scene? Where the hell's the sherbet guy? That's Lawley's favourite bit.
Did they have the bit at the end where he comes back and says, I got you some orange sherbet?
Oh, thank you. No, well, that wouldn't make sense.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
So both those scenes gone, and they're some of the best scenes there. I'm going to go across the street and get you some orange sherbet. It's just so random. He doesn't come back a little bit. It's a fucking big bucket of orange sherbet.
And orange sherbet's the worst sherbet. Who wants the orange?
I don't want any sherbet. It's disgusting.
What about some Whiz Fizz?
No.
No Whiz Fizz?
No. Tell you who doesn't like sherbet? Gladiator. Let's get back to it.
Okay, so what do you rate? What do you rate this one, Ben?
Well, did I rate the last one real quick?
You gave it a 5.5.
Well, this one is a 6.5.
6.5?
Mm-hmm, because Juggernaut has really raised the game. And the only thing that's holding it back, Gladiator's voice and commitment to the role. Because he just wasn't into it. Because the action was good. There's like a few rack focuses, and there's that trademark Larry Houston thing when there's fighting in the foreground, middle ground, background, and focusing between them all. And I think there was even like a POV too. So
him flying in.
Of him flying in, that's right. It's another cool little trademark that Larry does. I think when he's just got extra money for the storyboard artist or however long it takes to do that sort of trick.
Well, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
7.5?
Yes. I'm going up on 0.5s this season.
What would have made it better for you, Brooksy?
Yeah, like I said, the voice, definitely. A couple of other things, like that Moira thing annoyed me. And
I think the title too, The Cry of the Banshee. He had fuck all to do with this episode.
More Banshee screaming, eh, Crowd?
Less Banshee screaming.
It'd be just as accurate if you called it The Laugh of Duquesne, because it just finishes with that.
Well, IMDb gave this one an 8.2.
Oh, that's generous. But I that's closer than some of the other ratings that they give. And Crowther, what would you rate this one as a bonus rating?
Well, you're not allowed to give 7s, right? So I'm going to give it a 7. All for Juggernaut.
10 out of 10 for Juggernaut.
Juggernaut gets 10 out of 10. Well, you can give a 7. I just don't like to give 7s because it's like the middle point between good.
I give many 7s.
It's a fence-sitting score, and I don't like it. All right, so for tally time, what do you got for us, Brooks?
Well, there was no beast at all in the episode, so we had no beast quotes. Claw draws. You both want to have a guess how many claw draws we got in this episode?
I wouldn't say there was many. I think there's 4.
I want to go 2.
Oh, it's right in the middle of you two. It's a 3. So we got 3 plus the 24 already this season. We're 27, season 3. So that all up is 130. No more Bubs, still at 7. And no more Gene Faints, still at 5. Any sound effects, Bender?
I think I heard some. There was anytime there was a laser blast, I think there's the lightsaber turning on.
All right.
I heard that noise a couple of times, and I think that's about it. Okay, Brooksy, you've got time for Generation Mailbag and Shoutouts. What do you got for us today?
Today we have a Podbean review.
A Podbean review. Outstanding.
From Emmett1808.
I'm going to Emmett's Fix It Shop to fix Emmett.
The review goes, discovered this on Saturday, and I'm glad I did. Spent all day and TN tonight, work sniggering with my headphones on. Keep it up, lads.
Oh, outstanding.
And then ends it with an Irish flag.
Ooh, from Ireland. Now we got someone to take the piss out of us when we try and do an Irish accent. Or another person to offend with our terrible accents. Oh, that's pretty neat.
So there we go. Send through your reviews and we'll read them out.
We've had another one. We've had a Larry update, haven't we? And a Larry alert.
We do, yes.
What does that one say? I remember you messaged me out of the blue. Larry. And it said, I got a message from Brooksy on Facebook. Larry alert. I thought, I'd better quickly check the Generation X-Men page. What does it say?
Larry says, hey guys, nice podcast. At some point, we should talk about these episodes you're reviewing and enjoying. Wolverine in the subway sequence was all new. I redrew that sequence.
Wow, man. We've been chasing after Larry for a while, and he's been polite enough to say, hey, every now and again, comment on posts, but this is the first time he's really left a comment to us, reaching out for just to chat and stuff. I assume it's for the podcast.
Yeah.
We definitely need to try and make that happen, Larry, because we will get back to you. We just need to find a time that suits both us and yourself. I mean, we could ring you right now. It'd be 3 o'clock over there, and you'd be asking, I can't do a podcast with those Australian idiots. We're going to try and find and I don't know, how would you want to do it? Do you want to, write down some questions, or should we do it at the end of each season, or save it for the very end? Because I need to go through them all again and find all the cool shots. And
That's right, yeah. Yeah, man, I'd have so many questions.
You got questions?
Yeah.
Oh, I got questions too. But I wanted to ask Larry all the stuff that has been sort of not omitted, but not addressed in the previously on X-Men book. Because I remember reading through it, they'd say something like, Larry had to really do this and that to get the episode up and running. But that's a story for another time. It's like, no, not another time. Right now, I want to read...
It's Larry's story.
I want to read... Can't just have Larry release a whole book. I wanted to know what all the issues were with animation and getting all these cameos in there and just drawing them in there. So I've got all those sort of questions ready for Larry. But yeah, did you notice you don't go onto the Podbean account much, do you?
No, not too much.
We had a new subscriber. It was Larry Toons 54.
There you go.
He's got Podbean.
Hey, he
has subscribed, and he'd be able to get them all straight up on that thing.
Boom.
So that's pretty cool.
So we also had Pat Condos again. You mentioned Evil Force Ghost Professor. You asked, was it Onslaught?
Yes.
And he said it's not Onslaught. Onslaught is Professor X gone evil with Magneto's mind also inside the Professor's mind.
Oh, boy.
Just to make that more confusing for you. Wow. So, yeah, Pat punched a bunch of other things about Phoenix on there. There's a couple of the old comic books there you can have a look at. It's on the last episode's Facebook page if anyone else wants to have a look.
And we got some reviews and recommendations on our Facebook page, I think. One, Corey Neville writes, great podcast. Listen to you guys while I'm driving all the time. I'm not sure if you read that one out before, but that just popped up. And Regina Givens gave us a 5-star review. So thanks, Regina. That was like December 2017. Give us more ratings, guys, on every social media.
Yeah, Crowther, how come you haven't done one?
I'll get right on that.
I don't like the podcast.
I'm just not a fan of the band.
Alright, it's time for Marvel movie news. We've got a record debut in China, the second largest opening for a superhero film behind Avengers Infinity War is Venom, debuted in China with $111 million, one of the biggest openings in China ever. And I think it has to do with the Chinese-specific advertisements. I don't know if you've seen these, but they're like really weird. They've got nothing to do with the movie, and they're like really sort of like anime cutie cartoonies. You know, those little chibi ones of Venom. Chibemite Venom.
Venom.
Nihongo daisuki. Hey, Kraft, you remember that, don't you? Yeah.
Bokuno. That's when the bitch didn't give him the soup that he wanted.
G'lai.
Bokuno. But anyway,
daisuki.
Little chibi Venom and being a good boyfriend. So there's like this little drawing of Venom. He's making a umbrella with his symbiote hand and protecting his Chinese girlfriend. And said, Venom will look after you in the rain. And then there's another little comic of him taking the girlfriend to the shops. Venom is a good shopper, and he's got his arms out like that, and the girl's hanging clothes on his arm like a coat hanger. And it's just really odd advertisements for this Venom. And for some reason, it's worked. And
it's sucking them in. They're like, what the hell is this?
All these kids are going there freaked out because Venom's eating everyone's brains and everything. And both you two, haven't seen Venom, eh?
No, thank you.
No, thank you from Brooksy. Crowthy, were you interested in it at all? You didn't want to see it?
I was, and then I heard it was shit, so I didn't go.
Who'd you hear it was shit from? I said it was great. Is my opinion on that so terrible? Bender said it was all right, but so he likes hard targets, so we won't bloody listen to him. But so when it does come out on video or Foxtel, you've got to watch and let me know what you think, because you just didn't want nothing to do with it. And it's doing super numbers. Like, I look up its total worldwide gross is $823 million.
Oh, yeah.
That's massive. That's massive. Like, Ant-Man didn't even get that. Ant-Man 2 didn't get that.
No, Ant-Man's not that big.
And, I don't think first Thor or second Thor or whatever, it doesn't matter, those ones don't count because they're in phase 1. But yeah, $200 million domestic, $600 million worldwide. So for a $100 million budget, it's definitely made bank.
Going gangbusters.
Going gangbusters, and there's going to be way more. And with the hopefully there's I like that there's getting the movie song tie-in, like with Eminem. He had the Venom song, and I just love all that. So those callbacks to the 90s, like Kiss from a Rose with Batman Forever, Smashing Pumpkins for Batman and Robin, and
I thought you were talking about Vacation.
Kiss from a Rose. And what's the Deadpool had the soundtrack tie-in too. I love anything that's like callback to the 90s. It's like I'm on board with that movie because they did like a soundtrack.
So we're still waiting for a Avengers 4 trailer. We all got punked yesterday.
Oh, we all got swerved, didn't we?
Everyone, that's all this talk online. Oh yeah, Avengers trailer coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, no Avengers trailer.
Did they release anything, like a poster or anything?
Nothing. They released that, was it a comic or whatever? It's like a prelude thing.
All right.
They said that's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they released.
That's the comic with the survivors with the dustbuster.
Yeah, they're just cleaning up all the dust.
Vacuuming up everybody.
It's just like the Batman movie where they collect all the dust and then they re-atomize them into the wrong bodies.
Oh, that fucking Adam West Batman.
And then they just leave out the window. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Shut up and take my money.
Alright, it's Mutant Merch time. It's a live unboxing. You excited, Crapper? I'm excited. Say hello to the camera with the guest speaker.
Yo.
Look what we got here, baby. We got Spider-Man Marvelverse Gameverse, which I got the other day. Hang on to that one, Crapper. Hold it up for the camera there. We also have Ms. Marvel, not the one that we're all used to. It's some weird lady with stretchy arms. So have a look at that one there, Crapper. Exciting. And these are the ones that I got loose or at home. We've got the brown and yellow Wolverine here, which is all that has the Hasbro Marvel Legends. You hang on to that one as well, Crowther. And we also got my new favourite, leader of the Praetorian Guard, Gladiator. So there you go, Crowther. You hold them up there. You can open them up. You got to open them up.
No, you can't open it.
Yeah. Oh, but Crowther, you've got to let them breathe. You've got to let him breathe, baby. Put Gladiator up.
Come on, Crowther.
And Crowther, you open up Ms. Marvel.
Is he checking his watch?
His hands were supposed to be on his hips, but I like the checking the watch. What time is it? Time to whip some Praetorian ass.
It's time to get a watch.
It's time to get a watch. But yeah, that's it for Mutant Merch. I got this Spider-Man Marvel Legends one. It's the Gameverse based on the PS4 game. I thought I'd grab that today because someone on my Facebook group that I follow, the Marvel Legends, they said, oh, Gameverse, they released EB Games. And in the States, they're like, Wolverine was just hanging off Sasquatch's spare leg. Crowther, you hang that wrong, he's going to bring the whole armada down. Talking to the mic, Crowther.
His leg go.
Well, we do finally have a woman up there, so...
Brooksy, have a look at Ms. Marvel here. You have a look at it and tell me what you think, because it's not like any Ms. Marvel. I took the Build-A-Figure out of there.
What Build-A-Figure was it?
It was of have a look on the back. It's a Sandman from Spider-Man.
Did you make that guy?
No, I've got his legs, both legs, the torso, his sand block hand, and his Bomby Knocker block hand. I don't have his arms or his head because Green Goblin and 2099 Spider-Man are too expensive online. They're asking $80 and shit for them now. But I got Ms. Marvel there, and who else did I get with the...
Kamala Khan becomes Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. I looked her up. She was on that TLDR on the Marvel YouTube thing.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
you got a lowdown of what her powers was. I think counts because she was an X-Men in one of the comics.
Clearance.
I got her and Jackal from David Jones at Arena. Not David Jones, it's Maya. Maya at Arena. Clearance for $30. And we are loose figure collectors, so we let them breathe, baby. So you can hear Brooksy Getting her out.
Out you come.
So hang on.
What happened to a cape, mate? She ran to a propeller or something.
Kamala Khan is an alter ego. She's inhuman. She's Avengers, Champions, Secret Warriors, shape-shifting and healing factor. She's in 2013. And I believe she's teamed up with the X-Men, so it still counts.
Still counts.
Still counts as Ms. Marvel, and she goes she goes up with our current lineup of Sheilas. You're not going to put the fresh hands in her?
No, they look terrible. They look big and weird.
They're shape-shifting. But are you digging Gladiator, Brooksy?
I am. I like Captain Planet. He looks cool.
I almost didn't want to part with him at home with my other action
He's a
figure
big
collection.
man.
I was like, nah, he's part of the X-Men. He should come over here. And seeing how Spider-Man does cameo in a couple of... Oh, no, the X-Men cameo in the Spider-Man series. I figured this Spider-Man would do all right living here because I've got enough Spider-Man action figures at home. Kraft, do you still have all your action figures?
I do.
You do? What do you got?
I've got a bucket of them.
We're going to have to go through this bucket.
Do you have any Marvel or X-Men action figures?
I do have an X-Men.
Bring them over here. Immortalize them on the wall. Get them out of the bucket.
They like the bucket.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I know you had a whole bunch of wrestler ones. Was it all like WCW, or do you have like WWF guys as well?
Yeah, I had both.
Yeah, see, I got rid of all my WCW and Brooksy's WCWs because he gave them all to me.
I gave half to you, gave half to Lawley.
All right,
Lawley's still got a few.
Lawley's still got his. He's put his picture of him up on Twitter.
He did.
I asked him if they're going to be permanently on display, and he goes, no. I said, bloody cat, mate. It's his own house. Probably tons of room there. Put him up. Let him breathe, Lawley. But hey, what I'm doing now is all the action figures I got rid of, Crowth, I'm going to buy back the upgraded versions of them, and it's costing me so much money.
Should have kept the originals.
Exactly.
Put them in a bucket.
I can't believe he parted with them. I still remember Ben coming over my place blowing up at us because we lost the Blade figure from Spider-Man, Blade. He was so angry at us. Where did you lose it? Show me. You can't lose it. It's got to be here somewhere.
Well, you know how rare that motherfucker was?
No.
Obviously not, because you buried the fuckers, chucked them down the drains.
We had the natural water course that ran through our block, and we just loved playing in there with our figures. The water coming through, they got to climb up waterfalls and stuff. It was awesome. Then we just lost it.
The most insane shit you told me is you used to crawl through that drain.
Yeah, all the time.
Bishop style from Aliens. You know, it's like, I'd be so fucking claustrophobic doing that.
It must
you
have
go
been,
in there and pop up at Old Narrow Public
yeah,
School.
It must have been like a 600 main, so like 600 mil, 60 centimetres. And so then we just lay on a skateboard and we'd like either lay like body down and then go through, but you'd have to bring a stick with you to get rid of all the cobwebs in front of you.
Oh
on the way
my
through.
God.
And yeah, and then it'd go for, I don't know, 300 metres.
Oh, gee, I can't think of anything worse.
You could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then you get off you go, and then you popped out the Old Narrow School. It was cool.
Oh, you couldn't pay me to do that now.
You're still there?
It's still there, but
No.
it doesn't pop out in the Old Narrow School now. Now it continues on to another tunnel that goes even further down because it goes all underneath the Old Narrow School, which is now a subdivision.
Oh, Jesus.
So you'd need a torch this time, and there'd be some sort of drains down the bottom there to pop out in.
I think we're too fat. My ass is bigger
You're
than
not
600.
too fat. You'll get in there.
The Morlocks will fucking
But I
get you
don't know
down
how
there.
you're going to get back. You'd have
Big
to...
rope. Pull a skateboard back.
Yeah. We'd have to send a drone down there first. We'll get one of them like a driving drone. What do you call a driving drone?
A remote control car.
That has a
With a
camera
GoPro
on it. Yeah,
put on it.
GoPro on it that sends the thing back. That was always my thing. Like Home Alone 3. He's got that. I'm like, he's got the camcorder on top of it. I'm like, how's he getting that signal back?
There's no live feed.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
You need the cord.
Yeah.
There's no way that technology exists back then.
It was the same with the I think I've covered this before.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it before.
The McDonald's ad where he sends it to McDonald's to get a
Ooh,
Big
that was a
Mac.
good ad, eh? That always made me hungry for McDonald's. Good ad. Mickey D's, baby.
Jeez, Captain Planet figures are not cheap. FYI.
What, the pops or the actual action figures?
No, there's no pops yet. I'd get all pops.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why would you? Also, you should mention that Venom's opening gross was like 4 times more than Solo's total run.
Yeah, fuck Solo.
In China. Did you see Solo, Crowther?
No.
In China.
Spin-offs out here.
Too many rabbits.
Too many rabbits, China. Dad, why don't they build the Great Walls? Keep the rabbits out. There's too many rabbits in China. All right, let's take it home. Find our podcast on iTunes, Podcast Addict, Pocket Casters, Stitcher, and YouTube. Subscribe, rate us, and give us a review. We want the stars and feedback. People, if you got something to say, we'll read it out on the show. Like and share our page on Facebook at Generation X-Men to anyone who likes Marvel, X-Men, and 2 Aussies. In this case, 3 Aussies talking X-Men and all kinds of stuff. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at GenXmenPod for Meme Monday, Marvel movie news, and all things X-Men. Meme Monday going off, Brooksy. And all the people are stealing your memes, aren't they? Or you can body slide into our Facebook DMs or contact us by email, generationxmenpodcast@gmail.com. So what's up for us next time, Brooks?
Next episode, number 33. Season 3, Episode 6, The Phoenix Saga, Part 4, The Starjammers.
Starjammers, they're like the Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
They are.
I kind of want you there for that episode as well. No. It's so good. There's a big green thing. It's called...
Is it the Hulk?
No, it's not the Hulk. All right, that's it from us here at Generation X-Men. Wherever you are in the world, thanks for listening, and we hope you had a decent shot of X-Men nostalgia. Next week, we've got the Phoenix Saga Part 4, The Starjammers, with breakdown, tally time, claw draw, mutant merch, and Marvel movie news. Like the Terminator, we'll be back, and we look forward to your company then. Thanks for hosting, Brooksy.
No worries, Bender. Thank you, Crowther.
Thank you, Crowther. Hasta la vista, baby.
See you next time. See you, mate.